Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Minecraft. Today I'm here with Randy, and it's going to be a little confusing because you're going to hear my voice coming from Randy's character and Randy's voice coming from my character, but that's because of recording situations. Um, Today we are going to be focused on building the house
Yeah.
for this multiplayer server for us in the gang. Welcome back to Big Family Gaming. If you haven't heard it already, get the bell on. And let's get on with the episode.
Hey, let's do this.
Oh, it's not cold anymore.
Yeah, no. The resource pack that we had on this world kind of crashed it a lot,
It was so
so we
cold
had
it
to
froze.
switch it back to the normal texture pack. We'll get a better one for the next one, but for now you're on the basic vanilla skin.
Well, we'd be straight up lying if we said this was our first attempt at building the house. Due to some recording issues, we had to restart our building process so that you guys could enjoy the content of us building the actual house.
Yeah.
So, we have a pretty good framework in place for what will be the first floor of the multiplayer house. We don't have a real name for this house yet. It's just going to be the house for now.
Yeah.
Uh,
It'll come to us at a later time.
right. So, we did a lot of farming yesterday, and we got ourselves a ton of oak,
And
almost a
10 of
full double
stone.
chest of stacks of oak logs. And if that wasn't enough, we got ourselves almost an entire chest. Well, we had an entire chest. You can see from my inventory down here that we had a full double chest of stacks of cobblestone. And you might say, where would one find all that stone?
Bum bum bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
One giant hole that now has a sheep in it.
Uh, yeah, this is really just a place to house animals. No, but it was a death trap at one point. Luckily, these stairs have been made a little bit wider. We had some trouble with some falling peoples. But
I
we
know.
also spent some time yesterday cleaning up the village after an unexpected raid that sieged the village after we finished recording last time,
And we almost
which
had
might have
another
lost
one.
us a lot of levels and a lot of gear, but that's to be determined when everybody finds out what they still have.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, the other guys are currently still with their families. That's why they're not here helping us build. And
Yeah,
yeah. We almost had, just before we started recording, we almost had another raid happen to us.
yeah, yeah. It's been a tough day trying to record this episode, but we're gonna get it out. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna have a nice house
Oh,
at
yeah.
the end. Um, so what we're doing now is we're going to be building up our walls. As you may or may not know, it's kind of my thing in our group to be the builder slash designer of things and the agricultural specialist.
Yeah.
I
He's
tend to
our
do a
guy.
lot with the farming and the animal cultivation as well as building. So, without further ado, we're going to get back to building our new house.
Alright. Yeah, I'm a
I
smelt.
know that's going to drive some people crazy that I just put that stack in there. Don't mind it. Here,
I'm
there's a
going
pork
to
chop on the floor.
smelt all the stone we need for the flooring and the brick we need for the fireplace.
Yeah. So while Randy starts working on the materials needed for the flooring in this house, I'm going to work on building up the walls. We have the clay cultivated for making our fireplace here. Uh, it just needs to be finished smelting and put together. So that's what he's going to be working on off camera, while I work on camera with you guys, explaining what I'm doing here, building up the house
I'll be
exterior.
putting the flooring in right now.
Right. Oh, as you can see, he's already working on placing some flooring that he already has made. Um, I have, if you come towards me, Rand, I have 28 bricks
Okay, thank
pre-made.
you.
And you're gonna be like, oh, it's looking pretty ugly with having solid cobblestone walls, but we are going to get around to placing windows and decorations around it so that it breaks up the solidness of this wall. It's not gonna be the finished product.
We're definitely going to be making carpeting and all that for different areas, and trust me, in the end, it's going to look nice.
I'm gonna try not to be silent the entire time while placing this, but there are gonna be
Yeah.
times where I'm just focused on building,
Yep.
and I apologize in advance that it might not be 100% entertaining, but
After the day we've
finished
had,
product will be good. So, a thing I pointed out before is that when you're building these houses, you can get stuck in, because everything is a square, making everything a square. And that just leads to boring builds and ugly structures being built around your maps. So what I try and do is to not only add a little bit of uh, dips in the walls and windows and exterior pieces, but also, if you notice, I've laid in every wall. So this framing that I've done with the oak wood logs around doors, around the house, around the garage frame, you'll notice that it's one in. So it gives a little bit of depth to the build, even though it's still square, it has now a frame and it has something more interesting to look at. As we get to a more complete build, you'll notice that I'll be placing fencing and stairs and even leaves from trees to make a more decorated outside so that you don't have a bunch of blank walls. The textures, in general, you want to go with about 3. You don't really want to go more, but you want to try and get at least 3 different textures that you like together, and that will give you enough to look at without making it muddy and all jumbled up. You don't want to have just a square of cobblestone, because when this wall is actually complete, without any of the decorations or anything, it's going to look very bland and boring, and you're going to be like, well, I wasted my time looking at that. But when you actually decorate it up and add finishings to it, it will actually come together.
Alright, I'm asleep in bed.
Randy's gonna sleep in bed because he's weak. I'm just gonna work through the night. Nah, I'm gonna hop down and go to bed. Something I've noticed about these plains is you always get a ton of mob spawns.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot, like, there's got to be a pillager spawn nearby. But,
Oh,
well,
speaking of spawning mobs, you might have heard
um,
Devin mention that he found a spider spawner in the last episode. So, let me take you down and show you what that looks like. I've cleaned it up a little bit since he found it, but this is
uh,
essentially what he walked into. Just a
um,
normal spider spawner. They're good to have around if you want to make an XP farm, or if you really like string for making anything that involves
bunk bed
string,
was a
like
bad
wool
idea.
or fishing rods. Yeah, I know. when you sleep in my top bunk, you teleport
Spawn on the roof.
in the morning. It's an easy way to get outside in the morning. You can never wake
Kill
up
spider.
on the right side of the bed in my house.
Ah, die spider. Die spider.
As you can see, this is what the front of the house looks like currently without any windows or outside decoration. I added the porch before we found our recording had not worked properly. That's why this wood is here. And as you can see, we have it mapped out to put a second floor on. We just don't have the idea as to what that final product will look like, so we don't want to move on to building something up that we're not going to all the way like. So we're leaving it blank for now. We'll come back to it. We have plenty of experience
Yeah,
building these walls now, so they should go up rather quickly.
I'm just gonna put the stone brick in the chest for you. So that it's just laid out the way you wanted it.
Sorry about the sudden stop. I had to fix my dog snoring.
Yeah, she's just gonna fall right back to sleep.
Yeah. Problem any pug owner has is that they snore when they're awake, and they snore even louder when they're asleep,
Oh yeah.
which is fine for some, but if you're gonna be recording a video, don't have a pug. Unless you're Felix, and somehow you can figure out how to manage that pretty well. At least there's a bumper rail up there once I get to that row. Won't fall off as easy.
Now, what kind of door are we doing?
Oh. One that you can open and close.
Okay, what I meant was, I should be more literal with you, is spruce, oak.
Yes. I don't really remember what all the doors look like.
Want me to make a few up and then decide from there?
Sure.
I'll make up from what we have already.
Freak. And you might be wondering, why am I leaving this big gap in the wall? If you're going to build this whole wall, why are you going to leave a hole in it? Well, that's because that's where our fireplace slash chimney is going to be, and I don't want to case it in until I have the final layout done. Otherwise, I'm going to be going back and taking out.
Alright, out of what we have that. That's jungle.
Yeah.
That's oak. And that's spruce. Oh, reverse that.
Jungle.
This is spruce,
Oak,
the one at the
spruce.
end.
Spruce.
Oak. Jungle.
I think oak's gonna look the best.
Alright.
Okay, so I have 16 bricks in my inventory. I know Randy currently has a ton of clay in his inventory because I harvested a lot of clay before I switched
There's
over
5
to the
bricks
account.
behind you. I put 5 bricks behind you.
5 bricks?
Yeah, there's 5 brick, like the brick block.
I must have picked them up already.
Yeah.
I'm out of bricks.
Hold on. Yep, there you go. 12 more.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna make that into a functional.
Yeah, the end idea is to have a redstone version of a fireplace that automatically ignites itself. But for the time being, we're just going to work on building up a regular fireplace that does not light itself. We're going to need a couple more bricks. The outer wall of the floor is done now, so that's good. Other than that part. So we're gonna do with our doorways here is we're going to have a wood border trim around all our doors, just so that it's not flat archways. And on the corners of our doors, we like to do the outward facing log, so it changes the texture a little bit. Good. And all these rooms were formatted before we started building with this dirt, and they're also built a level lower than the finished version was meant to be.
There's 5
That's
bricks on the
why
floor.
I'm going up an extra level with these doorways.
Irving,
What was that?
there's 5 bricks on the floor there.
5 bricks? Okay. Dirt is a builder's best friend. when doing multi-levels, because then you can scaffold your way up.
Potato, potato, potato.
There we go. Almost completely finished wall. We are one level off of a complete wall.
I think it's time to head home. I don't think they're able to see much right now. So let's run for it.
And we could have done all this off camera, but we'd rather have you guys see the process of the builds that we're going to do here. Um, not sure how it will be edited down in the final product, but we definitely want you to see most, if not all, of the process of what we do, because we enjoy content like that, so we're trying to make more content like that. House guests.
Get them out in the morning.
Well, I can't get out without getting them out of the way. Baby, ankle biter. Ow. 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 Oof. I could die here. That'd be a shame.
Don't die. You don't die.
Food. 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 Coming. Spider. Watch your back. The disappearing badger. And as you'll see, Flying Randy will appear. Got him. And you're starting to see the final shape of the house from the outside. We'll do a walk around real quick just to give you an idea of what it looks like. A big, bland square.
You gotta sell it more than that.
Hmm?
You gotta sell it better than that.
A big, ugly square. But it's okay. It will be better. Very soon.
You will rebuild. You will make it
No,
better.
we will shush. We will never rebuild again. We've done that twice already. Shut your mouth. We will build for the first time and make it perfect. I'm gonna start breaking down some of these logs to start building up some walls.
Gonna build a wall.
Break the walls.
No, no.
What?
We don't have the rights to that song, so you can't
You
sing
don't
it.
know. my rights. 'Cause you gotta fight. Do we all know the rights to that one?
No.
Alright.
Damn it. I'm gonna have to censor things out. Thanks.
No, I'm not
Time.
gonna.
What?
Anytime.
Butt it. Alright.
Oof.
What?
Nothing.
Good luck. Just going to meet. Yeah, and I think in order to get a working fireplace, we have to go to the nether.
Yeah, it was bound to happen.
But that'll be in another episode.
Ow. That was late.
Stop
That was
breaking your ankles.
laggy damage.
Keep breaking your ankles.
As we start to get walls in here, you'll notice how it's going to break up a little bit.
Alright, I got more brick blocks for you.
I still haven't settled on the idea of what to make the garage doors out of.
Hmm. Damn.
I'm definitely not redstoning that.
Yeah, the garage doors now. Screw that. Did you pick those up? There you go.
Did I pick what up?
You already got it. It's the stone brick.
Oh, and one of the zombies I killed dropped an iron ingot.
Oh, nice. You could use that.
I also broke my helmet. One thing I don't have sorted out is how I'm going to be hiding these stairs.
Uh, I don't know.
I could do like this. We'll see how that looks.
Do we have more coal anywhere?
That could be alright.
They're back.
Who's back?
Damn pillagers. But they are leaving. Is good.
Now, this is not going to remain dirt, for those wondering. It's only a template for the floor plan that we have set up.
What are we gonna make the stairs out of?
Yep. Did I mention that we don't have a plan yet? I think I did.
Oh, the new, uh, what is it, saw? Oh, wait, that's on Jerry, isn't it?
What's the matter?
The saw I picked up at the one village.
Does he have it in his inventory?
Yeah, he should.
Great.
Which means no saw for us.
Yeah, so on this episode, I
Nope,
mean, we could make it. It's really not that hard.
it's
But,
not, but
but, is on your back.
thought it was on my front.
You have a butt on your front? Your front butt?